Well, hello. Today I'm going to show you a very simple four-way minecart intersection. Now this build is very compact and it's very easy to use, very elegant design compared to some of the things I've seen out there. First, I'll just go ahead and show you how it works. We'll get in our trusty minecart here and pull up to the intersection. So when you get to an intersection, you're presented with three buttons corresponding to the three directions that you can go. The left button will take you to the left route. The right button will take you through to the right route. And the further button away here will take you straight through along the furthest line. Well, let's go ahead and test it. All right, so far so good. Now we can go straight through. And then we can go to the right. All right, easy breezy. All right, now I'm going to go show you what this consists of. So here it is, stripped away from everything else and just showing the circuitry and the rail design. As you can see, for what it does and for this type of functionality, it is a pretty compact build. It does look a little bit complicated, but that's partly because everything's kind of stuffed together as efficiently as possible, but in large part each quadrant is a mirror of all the others, with a couple little exceptions, but we'll go over that during the tutorial build. Now, a couple things to note with this type of design. You're going to want the station area, the intersection area, dropped down one level. This is because you want this slant here. So when the minecart stops here, once you power this rail and pushing a button, it'll automatically then continue to go in the correct direction. A couple notes of caution, however. Getting to minecart to stop right here does require rather mediocre speeds. Slow to mediocre, actually. If your minecart's going to enter the station relatively fast, you're going to want to lengthen this just a little bit. You can do that by placing just another powered rail there, giving a little extra time to stop. Alternately, if you're going to deal with varying speeds, what I would recommend is actually dropping your station area 2 levels. That way you can get a longer stopping distance. So the slower minecarts will stop up here, and the faster ones will make it down to here. If you're going to do this, however, if you're going to lengthen these powered rails, you're also going to have to add some powered rail into the middle here. Easy enough to do. You're just going to replace these 4, and we'll put a redstone torch right in the center. This will keep the speed up in order for the minecart to clear this lengthened powered rail before the time runs out. Not a big deal, but you just won't be able to use this for decoration space. All right, we'll go ahead and show you the build now. All right, now we'll go ahead and do the tutorial of the build. So first we're going to start with this 3x3 area. That's going to be the loop of track in the middle. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the lines going out. We're going to do 4 blocks on the left-hand side of each face here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can just go a 5th one up like that. I'll repeat that. 2, 3, 4. 5th one, we can delete the one underneath. 2, 3, 4. 5th one, delete the one underneath. And finally, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. Now that's going to be our track lines. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 4 powered rails on each one. And we'll cap it off with an unpowered rail. 2, 3, 4. 4. Cap it off. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Cap that off. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead, the rail in the middle. And as you can see, it's not linking up properly, but once we get the redstone torches in, it's going to be fixed. Alright, so now we're going to drop down at the end of these lines here. It's going to be the right-hand side of that original 3x3 area. We're going to do one out like this, and then we can delete it so it's sticking out. I'm just going to do that a few more times here. Oops. Delete that one. do the same thing here. Go that way, I guess. And right there as well. And then on the side that's underneath where the track will be, we're going to place 4 redstone torches. And now this is going to tell us what we need to do to edit this. Alright, so now you'll notice we got this little question mark shape here. And we're going to fix this so that they're all the same. What we're looking for is the track curves that are curving into the line out extremities here. These two. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. So what's happened here is they're going the other direction, and we don't want that. As you can see, they're not curving out into these as their normal state here. So now that we know which two are the wrong ones, we're going to go ahead and fix those. And all we're going to do is we're just going to remove those 2 torches. All right, now let's go take a look. All right, perfect. Everything's the way it should be. Now, for the ones we just removed, we're actually going to put redstone dust on top, just like that. And now, from now on, the build is going to be symmetrical. So, we'll go ahead and wire up where the buttons would be. All right, well, let's put the buttons in first, I guess. So, what we're going to need is 2 on each side of each line here. And 1, 2 for the last one here. All right, so now we're going to just drop this down. Actually, let's go ahead and put the buttons on first. Now, make sure to use wooden buttons. The stone buttons won't last long enough. The wood remains clicked for just a little longer, and we're going to need all that time to clear the intersection. All right, so we'll need 3 buttons. This last space, you can use that for a sign or decoration, or whatever you want. All right, so now we're going to go wire these up. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this down 2 and delete and the upper block. And then we're going to do 2 on this side, and then we can delete that middle. So we're just going to repeat this 3 more times. Do it this way if I want. Left, right, and then delete that middle one. And go 1 to the left, 2 to the right, and delete that middle one there. All right, 1 to the left, 2 to the right. There we go. So we have this shape on all 4 sides. All right, now putting the redstone on. Again, we're going to do 4 things exactly the same way. Redstone, redstone, and a repeater going into that block. So the redstone on the left, redstone on the right, repeater into the block. Dust, dust, repeater, and dust, dust, repeater. Okay, now, believe it or not, that's actually all the circuitry we're going to need for the buttons themselves. And here's a little bit how that works. So if we want to go to the leftmost line, the only intersection that needs to change at this moment is this one. So when we click this button, it changes. Unless the Minecart going through. To go straight, the only one that really needs to change is this one right here. And so that's what this button will do. It will go straight and go straight through. And to go to the right, nothing needs to change at all. And that's going to be mirrored on every single side exactly the same way. Where it gets a little bit more complicated is you'll notice when you click a button, only the one rail powers here. So we're going to have to get some circuitry to link up the exit rail. I'm going to do that in a different color just to keep things clear here. I'll call it a nice yellow. Okay. And so all that we really need to do is just, we're going to make a loop around the edge here. Whoops. And we're going to do it a little, just like that. One last little bit. We're going to need one right down there. All right, so we're just going to repeat that exact shape 3 more times. So I'm going to go ahead and put the circuits in. Do a repeater facing that way there. A dust, 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 dust. And now we need a comparator, not a repeater. Make sure that's a comparator. All right, so now we're going to repeat that exact same thing. Okay, we'll get this little nook down there. Go repeater. Dust, 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 dust. Comparator. All right, one more time. Oh, and another time after this. All right. Go ahead and get that little one down here. Repeater. Dust, 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 dust. And comparator. And now here's the last one. Go right through. The zigzag. We'll get the little look down there. Repeater. Dust, 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 and comparator. Alright, now these should all be linked up. And this should be the end of the build. Let's go ahead and test it. So we want to go left, everything powers. We want to go straight, everything powers. And we want to go right, everything powers. And everything works the same after that. Alright, well, there you go. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it improves your Minecraft world. Alright, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.